Yeah, welcome to the Schminder's 100 Acre Woods. Out here today with the Otter and the small tractor. So we're on this would be the north side of the property, northwest side of the property. So we're just downhill from where the home site is, which is currently where all the firewood is. And kind of looking at it, we really want to get a path back around kind of this north side. So we used to have one that was right at the property line. There's a neighbor right there, so with our house pretty close, so we want to try to stay away from that a little bit, kind of for our sake and their sake, just so that, you know, if we're running tractors or something by, it's not right up against. We're gonna work on creating another path that's you know, kind of back off the property line and up from the wet area. So the original path we had, it's kind of down in this lowland. It's pretty open, but it's open because a good part of the year it's wet, so stuff doesn't really grow there. So we're working on getting a path kind of back up so I can pull stuff out with the Otter, and then Dad's going to take the tractor, just a little one, and start pushing kind of through and just getting all the dead stuff kind of pushed back, and then any little trees that are in the way that aren't of any value, go ahead and get those pushed out. So he's kind of got a pile or a path pushed up to where I can drive up now. I have an ash tree that I can pull out. So right now it's November. You can see kind of what it looks like through the woods here. You can see over there, that's the path that he just pushed up. So, you know, right now in this part of the woods it's pretty open, but in the summertime this, you know, gets pretty dense and isn't as passable. But basically our main path is up and around over there, so we're going to create a path that kind of goes over, probably create one through here just so you can kind of help traverse this area again. Lots of dead stuff that we can pull out, so if we have that path it'd be helpful. So I'll try to walk it a little bit before he starts pushing through, but he's going to go ahead and I'm going to get this pulled out, and then we'll give you an update. I'm going to do a quick walkthrough with you guys on kind of what the path looks like now, or what the woods looks like now, and what we're going to try to push through. So home site's back over that direction. The hill that kind of starts going through the woods back toward the 200 is over there. So the property line is in front of me here and is about, I don't know, 100 yards or so that way. So basically the ridges of the mining stops right here, and it's pretty flat and open over here. So in this vicinity there's kind of a big tree there, some more trees. So somewhere in here where it's kind of open, we're going to push a path through. And a lot of this is little trees that are either dead or just on the ground. We'll push this path somewhere in this vicinity. This may not be the exact path. It's kind of, once you start pushing through, you can kind of feel it as you go. Because the idea is just to get over there. So there's kind of an opening right over there. So it's pretty open here. We'll be able to kind of go this way, then snake to the right just a little bit. You can see the neighbor's house is over there and the property line's over there. So trying to kind of stay away from that a little bit and just give a little bit of distance for whenever we want to use this path. Walk back this way and see what else we have. The little tractor is really the best for doing stuff like this. It with the front end loader you can take and put it down, and like a lot of the stuff that's kind of on the ground dead, initially you can just kind of scoot it off to the side so that you can get through different areas. So down here is kind of a low-lying area. Right now it's super dry, so it's dry, but I'm guessing it can hold water at times, so we may have to evaluate this at some point and do more. more briars and stuff. Again, little tractor's really good at that. You can put the front end loader down and just push all this stuff over, push it out, and don't even know it's there. So eventually, if we keep going this way far enough, we'll end up back around to where the food plot is going to be. And that's kind of the ultimate goal, is to get this cut around enough that we can then get to that food plot, so that we then have another trail around on this side that then connects around. And also just let us explore more of this by getting to it easier. So it's one of those constant improvements of, kind of creating trails as needed, and just being able to explore more of the property by the RTV, by the otter, instead of having to walk it all. This is one of those areas that we don't use, venture a whole lot in, but it would be nice to be close to the property line, be able to, keep it open. And here it's starting to get a little bit woolier, so I'll let him push through with the little tractor first, because it looks like most of that's briar stuff. He'll be able to just push right through and not get all tore up from it. So I'll let him do that first. It looks like to get back to this point, it won't be too bad. Looks like he started kind of getting the opening done, where it will kind of come in. And then a lot of this, since it's not a lot of taking trees out or moving dirt, it's mostly just pushing stuff out of the way to begin with. Should go pretty quick. So I have a camera on the tractor that's doing some time warp on that, so we'll see how that turns out. You guys in where we're currently at. So we're working on getting that trail pushed back here on the north side. So we're going, so we're starting on the west side and going east. So we're going back into the property further. It's pretty flat, not a whole lot of dirt work or anything needs to be done. Unlike the north side where we're having to move a whole, or the south side where we're having to move a whole bunch of dirt. So this is mainly dead trees that are down that we're kind of getting pushed out of the way and just kind of opening up the clearing right now. So I'll kind of take you guys on a walk. Probably time lapse some of this as I'm walking just because not a whole lot of interesting stuff, but I'll stop and talk about anything in particular. So let's go for a walk. So I will start, this is where we opened it up. So home site, which is the firewood and everything's right over there. And this is where we initially go up the hill to go back around to like our other trails. So it's right here. And I don't know if you can see through the woods over there is the neighbor's house. So we're kind of keeping to this side, like I mentioned before, just to kind of help respect their privacy and everything. So we walk. Didn't have to remove a whole lot of trees or anything through here. A couple of little ones that he was able to just push out, and only I think 2 big ones we kind of cut. Both were sycamores, so nothing, you know, really worth a whole lot as far as value goes. You can see through here, obviously we just had the leaves fall from the fall, but there's a lot of under stuff that's here too from, you know, years and years of leaves falling and never getting cleared off. So we kind of got a lot of it opened up and down to the dirt. That will help when, you know, we get sunlight. It'll get down here and get on this ground, and will help dry out any spots that, you know, may be wet or maybe prone to get wet. It'll help dry out this area. It's really dry right now, so it's not a big issue, but long term it'll make for a better path. So the goal right now is to get back around to the pond area, which is just on this side of the food plot. So eventually I want to kind of skirt around the pond and get to that food plot area once it gets built. And again, we'll have a trail that goes by that, and then we can get up to the 800 and do a path all the way around then. Back here there's been a lot of dead trees, but there was like a cherry tree that fell over here, and it was actually worth something still, so we got it pulled out. And it's a little mealy for turning into boards, but it'll be good firewood. So this is about where I stopped whenever I was back here last time, so I'm seeing this stuff for the first time as well. So let's see what he got done. So looks like he got pushed back and is almost back to where we found a tree stand. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn around, go get the otter so I can drive it back here. So thank you for watching the Schmitter's 100 Acre Woods. Hopefully you found this kind of interesting, us creating this new trail on the north side. And kind of a little bit different than we've had to do in the past. A lot of it's been dirt work. This is mostly just, you know, kind of using the grader box and the front end loader, push stuff out of the way, open up the dirt, or open up to the dirt from the leaves. And yeah, so it'll be nice to have this. It's wide enough for the little tractor obviously and the otter, and most spots should be big enough for the 62. There's a big tree over by that pond that we'll need the 62 for if we want to pull that out. So that's part of the reason we wanted to do this. So we want the path in general, but really we want to get the 62 back there to be able to pull that tree out. It's partly in the water, so it's going to take quite a bit, but hopefully the 62 we can chunk it out and it'll get it out. So thank you for watching the Schmitter's 100 Acre Woods. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.